We are still following that breaking news. 3 women missing for years, found alive inside a Cleveland home.
And so difficult to comprehend that these women were so close for so long and what they may have been through in all of this time. News Channel 5 Stephanie Ramirez spoke to a neighbor who says he knew one of the suspects, Ariel Castro, very well.
I know I'm not the only one on the block that feels ashamed that we didn't notice anything. I mean, I feel like my head's low. Work at a school, work with kids, you know, I have a heavy heart right now.
Juan Perez says he grew up 2 houses down from the house, 2207 Seymour Avenue, where police found not 1, not 2, but 3 missing women alive. Quite the shock to detectives. Perez says it was an even greater pill to swallow for neighbors and described what the homeowner was like.
He was a good guy to the kids that were here. I don't think he had any bad intentions with the kids that were on the block, but I didn't think nothing of it.
That's the kind of guy Perez says the suspect, Ariel Castro, made himself out to be, not shy to attend a backyard barbecue. Perez also said he would see a bus parked in front, but thought the suspect maybe had a second property because the suspect, according to Perez, would only visit the house sometimes 10 minutes or an hour at a time.
Now it's like red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Somebody should have said something. And my sister, actually a few years ago, heard a scream. She called the police.
But he says they didn't know where the scream came from then. As the neighborhood now wraps their head around who was living next door, Perez says, let this serve as a lesson.
We got to start being, you know, close-knit, really close-knit, because this can't happen. This really can't happen. This is bogus.
And actually, many people in this community, which is predominantly a Hispanic community, said they know at least one of the suspects. Many of those people expressing outrage as this investigation continues. On Seymour Avenue, Stephanie Ramirez, News Channel 5.
And neighbors also told Stephanie that the suspect's family is well known in the area and that they own local businesses. We're working to confirm that information with police. We're also going to take a short break right now, but we will be back with more of our live coverage. We want to continue now with other cases that also had some happy endings. Who can forget J.C. Dugard? She was kidnapped in 1991 at the age of 11 and held captive for 18 years in a shack in California. When she was found, she was already a mother of 2 daughters, fathered by her captor. And Elizabeth Smart, who disappeared from her home in Salt Lake City in 2003. She was 14 at the time, and then 9 months later was recognized on the street with her abductors just a few miles from her home. And 11-year-old Sean Hornbeck, missing in Missouri for more than 4 years, he was found along with 13-year-old Ben Ownby. He'd been abducted more recently in 2007. All of their captors are in prison today.
And this morning, Elizabeth Smart talked to Good Morning America about how she felt when she learned the news that the women had been found.
I am just so overjoyed. So happy to hear another happy ending, and I think it's just proof that there really are more happy endings out there.
Elizabeth Smart also said that privacy is the uppermost importance at this time. She said the young women will need to stay out of the public eye while trying to rebuild their lives. Someone else speaking out about this case is John Walsh, the former host of America's Most Wanted. He appeared on CNN last night, saying happy endings like this are rare.
I am so thrilled that these 3 women, and very rarely do you see 3 women. We've done cases where there have been 2. J.C. Dugard kept in a backyard for 18 years, a couple of boys in Illinois that were kept there by a pedophile for 4 years. But to see 3 women and a child, the child probably a creation of a rape or abuse of one of the perpetrators, to see them alive, I literally have been doing cartwheels.
Authorities arrested 3 brothers, ages 50 to 54. The men are being held in the city jail in Cleveland, awaiting charges. We'll take a break. This is News Channel 5 The Noon Hour, an hour long. Back in a moment.